Welcome to the latest edition of Inside Carolina. I'm your host, Hannah Horn, a proud alumna of the university. Well, in this episode, we're going to shine the spotlight on some incredible cultural experiences happening right here at the University of South Carolina. From the first ever partnership with the Joffrey Ballet of Chicago to a conversation with renowned artist and musician Michael Stipe, formerly of the band R.E.M. We got a lot in store for you. So sit down, raise the curtain. We're going inside Carolina. This spring, the University of South Carolina hosted a 3-week residency with the Joffrey Ballet. Truly an unparalleled experience for, of course, our dance students, but all of our students, faculty, staff, and the community. Let's head inside of the President's house and have a lovely chat with the First Lady of the University of South Carolina, Iro Aglapulo Amoritas, to find out how this incredible opportunity blossomed. Iro, thank you so much for joining us inside Carolina. What a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you.
During your tenure in Chicago, there at the University of Illinois at Chicago, you forged a special relationship with the Joffrey Ballet. Tell me about how that relationship began.
Michael and I spent 7 years in Chicago, and from the very beginning, going to the Joffrey performances became among the most anticipated and enjoyable activities of our year. Michael was the Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago, and it just so happens that the President and CEO of Joffrey, Greg Cameron, is a graduate of that school. So you can imagine how delighted we were to meet Cameron during an alumni event, already being great fans of the Joffrey. And so we became friends over the years. He's an incredible leader.
What makes this company so special?
Technical perfection is probably unattainable in ballet, but the Joffrey performers come as close as humanly possible to that ideal. They are incredibly talented, and I think this is probably the main reason they are so admired and so popular nationally and internationally. They always explore diverse themes, and they like breaking ground with collaborations between ballet and other art forms like music, theater, multimedia. This is Joffrey. It's fresh, it's innovative.
This is such a treat, not only for our students in both dance, our students in music, the patrons, the students who will be able to grow from watching and these performances, but it's also a big win for our community to be able to see and participate, as you mentioned, not having to travel all the way to Chicago to see. What do you hope that they get out of it, both the students and the community?
It is indeed, a rare treat to have 24 elite performers working with our students for 3 weeks. Clearly what those students are getting out of it is an incredible experience, working so closely and so extensively with those dancers.
You mentioned the collaboration with the dance program, but now tell me about the collaboration with the School of Music.
Absolutely. The presence of live music is incredibly important. Live music creates that unique energy. The musicians respond to the moves and the emotions of the dancers, and you have this very organic connection between the two.
How would you compel someone watching to understand the significance of this opportunity?
So let me give you an example. Yes, I've seen Swan Lake and the Nutcracker. Those are wonderful performances. They're very beautiful. We all look forward to seeing them. And Joffrey does that every year. But then they will do something like Frankenstein, which they did last year. And this was such a theatrical performance. That's what makes Joffrey so relevant. It takes a traditional art form like dancing, and it reinterprets a classical work like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and then it puts out a very fresh and compelling and intellectually stimulating performance.
What an incredible opportunity at that point to bring up relevant, important issues that we face as a world to our very own students. Through the arts.
Exactly. Being able to see that, yes.
Well, Ira, thank you so much for joining us here on Inside Carolina. Once again, another way that you and Dr. Emeritus are bringing just beautiful thought, leadership, and innovation to the University of South Carolina. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
What a collaborative experience, no doubt. And now let's pirouette over to the dance studio and hear firsthand how this once-in-a-lifetime experience has made an impact. And we are inside one of the actual training rehearsal rooms where the Joffrey Ballet works with students, and it's just an incredible opportunity. According to ballerina senior instructor Olivia Waldrop, and you are a senior instructor here in the Betsy Blackman dance program, what kind of impact working with the Joffrey Ballet does it have on students?
I mean, this is a game changer. I mean, this opportunity gives them the chance to work with industry professionals at the peak of their craft and work with them on genres that they've never experienced before, or choreography they've never experienced before. And it just helps expand their skill level as well as their networking opportunities for when they do go into the field.
You were a student here not too long ago at the University of South Carolina, and what would it have been like, do you think, for your career had you had this same opportunity at the time?
These residencies have been in our DNA of our dance program from the beginning. And when I was a student here, we would do a smaller scale residency with New York City Ballet. But to be able to spend 3 weeks with artists and their artistic staff, there's nothing quite like it. And so our students get to be in the studio with these professionals and have a life-changing experience. It's exciting for them too, and for them to also pour into the students and to mentor them. That's a big part of our culture in dance, and especially the culture of Joffrey Ballet and the culture of this program is about how are we helping each other and how are we growing the art form together.
What a wonderful partnership, collaboration, and a wonderful welcome to the Joffrey Ballet. Thank you so much for joining us, Olivia.
My pleasure.
Over the course of a 31-year career, the band R.E.M. sold more than 100 million records. Singer Michael Stipe has continued to expand his palette to video, photography, and more. He spoke with history professor Mark Smith as part of the series McNair Conversations on the American South.
When did you know you'd become famous?
When Losing My Religion became an international song of the summer kind of hit. And I remember walking through New York City and being recognized not only by people my age who looked kind of cool, but every single person looked at me and went, "You're that guy. You're Moby." And I was, "No, I'm not."
Gamecocks, there is always so much happening. Don't miss a single event. You can check out the university's events calendar located at sc.edu. Our special thanks to the President's Home for hosting us. What a lovely day we've had. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to share it with your friends, family, and fellow alumni. And we'll see you back here next time, Inside Carolina.